This is my informative speech. There is no magical ball to know what's happening in the future. During the first weeks of March, there was bad news for all the students in the country. The transition from being sitting in a classroom surrounded by other students to sit alone in front of a computer, a whole different world. How hard became for you to adapt? Does it feel the same asking a question to a professor on Zoom than asking them while standing face to face? I fell into a terrible depression to know that the first day of college was going to be in my bedroom looking at the screen, the same way millions of kids in the US felt. COVID 19 brought a mixture of good and bad outcomes for everyone's life. First, I will talk about how this pandemic is affecting the lives of everyone. Then I'll discuss how this will change our daily lives. And finally, how it will change the way medicine advance. First, I will talk about how this pandemic is affecting the lives of everyone. On March 16, the majority of the schools in the US closed its doors, making life hard and stressful for millions of entire families across the country. Besides people losing their jobs, there was one more thing to worry about. Parents have to become teachers for their kids and be there if they have a question or need something. According to statistics, Los Angeles Unified School District serves over 60,000 students from kindergarten through 12th grade. Think about each kid asking a question to their parents at the same time. The stress is one of the main things that coronavirus brought. On a regular daily basis, you might probably go to school, your dad would go to his work, your mom would stay in the house. During this pandemic, people have learned to get along even with their own family members because they are now spending more time in their house than anywhere else. Kids now have to do schoolwork, and at the same time, they have the responsibility to help their parents cleaning and organizing the house. Multitasking is one of the skills that everyone needs to have nowadays. Now that you know the impact that this pandemic has created, I want to talk about how we will behave after this pandemic is over. After this is over, the way you behave while being with others and the way you will do things will change. Before the pandemic, we were used to sharing our snacks with our friends or giving a try of your food to your brother without thinking about the bad consequences. Now, every time somebody shakes hands with you, the only thing you will start to think about is how many germs is this person transmitting? According to Maria Voltaggio's 2020 article in Statista, at least 62% of people poll in a YouGov survey said they would rather wave than shake hands. Besides that, after everything is over, you would have learned how to enjoy your family. Due to the different life factors, our home is a place where you just go, rest, and prepare for the next day. We are not used to spending so long with our family. After so many months of looking at the same faces, you would have learned more about every single member of your family. Now, do you know how our lives will change after this pandemic? I would like to inform you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. After we can find a cure for COVID 19, medicine will be capable of doing impressive advances in a short amount of time. There is no cure for COVID 19, but we know that researchers are working hard to get a vaccine as soon as possible. According to Michael Smith's 2020 article in WebMD, a vaccine wouldn't be likely available until the late fall or sometime in 2021. The changes in medicine will become insane. Before the pandemic, to approve a vaccine, it would take a year of research and a hard process. Unlike in an article by CBS News 2020, McNamara states that Trump's administration dubbed its team tasked with delivering 300 million doses of a successful vaccine, operational rap speed. This vaccine could be the fastest one to develop, being successful. Now that you know the medical advances that this pandemic will bring, I want to conclude my speech. First, we talk about how this pandemic is affecting the lives of everyone. Then we discuss how it will change our daily lives. And finally, I talked about the medical advances coming. COVID 19 brought a mixture of bad and good outcomes for everyone's life. It may be stormy now, but it never rains forever.